Abiotic Factor was developed by Deep Field Games and published by Playstack, and, at time of writing, is fortunate enough to have an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam with almost 13,000 reviews. Is it warranted? Well, let's get into that. The game opens, assuming you do the tutorial, with you arriving at a mysterious facility in the middle of nowhere, presumably Australia. Judging by the accent of a few other tutorial characters, are tasked with the usual tutorial stuff by way of introducing you to the game mechanics. You'll be shown how to move, interact with the environment, craft various items, and deal with medical conditions, to name a few. It is hinted at during the tutorial that there is something big going on elsewhere in the facility, but this doesn't become apparent until you get into the game proper. After finishing the tutorial, you're taken back to the menu to make yourself a character and jump into the game, either starting your own for a solo play, starting a server for online play, or joining someone else's in-progress game. Abiotic Factor can be played in groups ranging from 1 to 6 players, and, for the most part, I have had a seamless online experience, though we have run into decent issues a few times with glitching terrain, buggy vehicles and the like. This is usually fixed by a quick relog though, so not a major issue, especially as the game is currently in early access. Abiotic Factor tries to claim its own niche in the survival crafting genre with a Half-Life-esque theme to start with, and the incident, the facility, being akin to the disaster that happens at the start of Half-Life. Things go wrong, portals open, alien wildlife appears, and so on. At the start of the game, you're dropped into an already overrun facility and are tasked with escaping by means of various objectives that make themselves apparent as you progress. For example, to start with, you're locked in a relatively safe cafeteria, and your first objective is to open the door leading out, but this will require some clever crafting on your part, and of course we all know what crafting means: gathering! After getting to grips with the initial ropes, as it were, and escaping said cafeteria, you are slowly introduced to more mechanics as you progress, including NPCs you can trade with for various useful items, drivable vehicles, including a forklift with sizable storage capacity but only one seat, a golf cart / buggy that has no storage but does seat up to 4 people, and even an SUV. The SUV currently being the highest tier of vehicle, which features 4 seats, as well as the largest storage capacity in a vehicle currently available at the time of writing. Vehicles aside, you'll be restricted to getting around thanks to your own 2 legs for the most part, though, spoiler alert, there is a jetpack available end-game. Your exploration efforts are aided in the fact that you can produce craftable ramps and bridges, building up to or across pretty much any gap you can see. These ramps come in both people and vehicle varieties, so you can take your favourite buggy anywhere you want to. Fortunately though, there is a built-in reset button for said vehicles, so if you get it jammed somewhere or lost down a pit, there is a way to safely recover it. The aforementioned methods of traversal will be used to transport you between zones, at least until the teleporters are unlocked, with several areas being available at the time of writing. These include the office sector, which is where you start. This is relatively low threat. Most of the loot here is office stationary based, as you can imagine, staplers, telephones, calculators and the like, and usually results in makeshift armor and weapons being crafted to defend yourself with. The office sector is followed by manufacturing, which unlocks more advanced materials, for example rebar and steel cable. The laboratories follow the manufacturing zone, then the defense sector, and finally the hydro plant, which, at time of writing, is currently the end game of the available content. Each new zone offering technological advancements in craftable weaponry, armor, and paraphernalia such as personal teleporters, jetpacks, batteries to store power to allow you overnight usage, etc. The game also features a vast array of skills for you to level up in, ranging from fishing to sneaking to ranged weaponry, aka aiming, which also has an associated reload skill. These start leveling from when you first create your character. There are a total of 9 quote-unquote classes to choose from, of which a few will be shown here. Each class affects how quickly you level up with certain skills, but otherwise any character can learn and improve all of the skills available. After picking a quote-unquote class, you're then taken to the next screen where you can choose from a variety of traits for your scientist, both negative and positive. While you might be wondering why you would ever take a negative trait, that's because the traits are balanced against a points system. Each class starts with a certain number of points available to spend on passive traits, and if you would like to take more positive traits then you can, at the cost of balancing it with a few negative ones. I've seen this quirky system once before in Project Zomboid and rather enjoyed it back then as well. In summary, I would like to throw my hat on the already overcrowded pile by giving this game a glowing thumbs up. In fact, I'm rather addicted to it at present, and would heartily recommend the game to anyone who has funds available and enjoys the survival crafting genre. Please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video or found anything useful. Have a wonderful day!